Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have something a bit different for the channel. We are going to be installing a new part on the Wrangler. Yes, that is correct. We have some new rock rails for the Wrangler. The ones that come on the Rubicon, as you guys know, are just kind of like a rock rail with no step or anything like that. You guys are all familiar with the Rubicon rock sliders if you guys have a Jeep or any knowledge of a Jeep. But those usually come on the Rubicon and the Willys package Jeeps. But here we have the Mopar Performance Rock Rails, and these are still a nice heavy-duty solid rock rail, but they also can function as a small little lip for you to use as a step, or even I've seen some guys on the forum say that it protects the paint from stuff getting flung up from the front tire here, because it does stick out about 3 to 4 inches or something like that. So that is what we're going to be installing on the Jeep today. It's going to be a very simple install. I already looked at the instructions, and it's literally 2 bolts and 4 little nuts on these studs right here. So it's really going to be just a simple, quick little install, but I figured I'd film it for you guys in case anyone out there is wondering how to do it or how easy it is to do. And also, it's a little bit of a different content for the channel, instead of doing stuff on my Elantra all the time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to installing these rock rails. One quick note as far as hardware, they provide you with the new hardware and everything like that, but you'll need a 10mm and a 13mm socket for this install. So here on the Jeep, basically it's just going to be 2 silver bolts along with 4 of these little studs that surround the silver bolts on either side that need removed. Just those 6 pieces of hardware on each side need to be taken off, and then the rock rails, these are Mopar Performance parts, and most other aftermarket uses these same bolting locations as well. So that is all there is to installing these rock rails on the Jeep. Alright, so here is the stock rock rail that I just pulled off. Here is the new Mopar Performance Rock Rail. As you can see, it is quite a bit wider here on the outside. But again, it's made of very similar finishes. This is a little bit of a finer finish to match the front bumper here. But these new ones have a nice grippy texture, so if you will be using them as steps or whatnot, I'm sure it is a nice grippy no slip surface. So let's go ahead and get this one back on the Jeep. Here's a little better look at the mounting holes right there and right there for the 2 pins. It's nice that those pins hold the rail up, so when taking it off or putting it on, you don't really have to hold it much. So that is really nice. But let's go ahead and throw the new Mopar Performance one back on, and that's all there is to it. Alright, so there it is. It is really that simple to put these rock rails on your Wrangler. This is easily a 1-person job here on the 2-door, with the 4-door being a much longer rail, and obviously it's going to be heavier. That might be a 2-person job just to get it mounted on the Jeep, but even then I bet you can still do it with 1 person very easily, given those guide pins or guide screws or whatever you want to call them that really hold it on the Jeep without even having any hardware installed. So here are the rock rails installed and fully bolted up. As you can see, they do offer a good amount of protection here from debris coming up from the front wheel. It's not a ton, but I mean, that is an extra probably 3 inches or so farther out from the Jeep. As you can see, there's the rear fender flare. Sits in about maybe inch and a half from the outside of that fender flare. So it is a nice little rail. Provides you, again, a little bit of step, which is really all we were looking for here on the Jeep. So I think this will be a perfect addition to our needs, being a two-door, getting in and out of the back seat. Gives you that little extra space to step. So I think this is going to be a perfect addition. If anything, if any critique I had is maybe push them out maybe another ½ inch or so. But really, I think this will work either way. Just for anyone who has questions about the width of the rail, sits out about 3¼ inches from the body there, and the usable from the edge of the body here is about 2½. So that's how much it sticks out from the Wrangler itself. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit better idea of how much rail you have to work with. Also, the height doesn't seem like it's much lower than the Rock Rails, but obviously it is, probably by just a hair, since the Rock Rails kind of sink up against the body up here just a bit more. So the ground clearance is roughly 17.25. So from these stock Rock Rails, you lose about 1/4 inch at the most, which is definitely surprising, but obviously you have a little bit farther sticking out here. But overall, you really don't lose any real ground clearance with these Performance Rock Rails, which is super nice. Okay, so here is a little bit of a weight difference between the stock and the Mopar Performance part. Here is the stock Rock Rail. As you can see, it sits just under 20 pounds. So let's call it 19½. And here is the Mopar Performance part. Right around 28½ pounds. So quite a big difference between the two. You're looking at about 9 to 10 pounds per side that you're going to be adding. Okay, so there we have it, this quick little install of the OEM Mopar Rock Rails on the Jeep Wrangler JL 2-door. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what you guys think of these Rock Rails down in the comments below. Also, I hope everybody had a great new year. This is the first video I am filming in the new year, so I wish everyone the best for 2021. Let's just hope this year is better than the last. So with all that being said, please hit that like button if you guys enjoyed it or found it helpful. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.